Pisces, August 3rd. You look tired, not dramatic tired, real tired. The kind where you keep saying, I'm fine, and your body does not agree. I'm seeing you lower your guard in places where you actually needed to hold the line. You answered the text. You explained yourself again. You apologized for having needs. That is the mood. 7 of Wands reversed. 7 of Wands reversed is showing me where you backed up too fast. You thought, let me keep the peace, but what you really did was give away your ground. This card is about overwhelm, defensiveness, and retreat. You knew this already. You have been in one hard conversation, maybe more than one, where you started strong and then folded because it felt easier than standing there and being misunderstood. Do not confuse exhaustion with defeat. Hold one boundary. Just one, not the whole war. One line you do not cross. The world reversed. The world reversed is the unfinished moment. The loop that keeps coming back because the lesson did not land yet. I need to say that cleanly. This card is not saying you failed. It is saying something is still open. You moved on in your head, but the pattern stayed active in your actions. Same dynamic, same excuse. Same person pushing the same button. Maybe you keep trying to call it closure when it is really incompletion. So look at the loop. What did you not finish? What did you avoid because it was uncomfortable? Close that. Do not start over without learning it. Knight of Swords reversed. Knight of Swords reversed is the part where your mind gets loud and your mouth gets faster than your wisdom. I'm seeing the near miss, the angry text typed out and not sent, or sent and then you regretted it 5 minutes later. This card is reckless force. It is not strategy. It is not clarity. It is adrenaline pretending to be truth. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The truth is there, but the delivery is messy. Slow down before you speak. Check the facts. Do not argue just to win. Do not make a decision while your chest is tight and your hands are shaking. If you need to say something, say it once. Clean, no extra heat. So here's the read, Pisces. You are worn down because you have been defending yourself, then doubting yourself, then rushing to fix it. That cycle is draining you. 7 of Wands reverse says stop surrendering too early. The World reverse says stop pretending it is done when it is not. Knight of Swords reverse says stop charging ahead from panic. One boundary, one unfinished lesson, one slowed down response. That is the move. Don't lie to yourself. You are not weak. You are overstimulated. Different thing. And if you hold your ground without spiraling, this moment changes shape. Pisces, August 3rd. You are not in a clean finish yet. You are in the part where the pattern tries to pull you back in, and you have to decide whether you are going to stand there or fold. Seven of Wands reversed. This card is showing lower defenses, and it is showing you backing down before anybody even proves they can push you. You answered too fast. You apologize for having needs. You let somebody talk you out of your truth because it felt easier than holding the line. That is the habit, not the truth. The move here is simple. Pick one boundary and keep it. Do not explain it into the ground. Do not retreat just because you feel tired. Three of Swords reversed. This card is about healing after hurt, and it is about the wound finally loosening its grip. But let me rephrase that. Healing is not pretending it never happened. Healing is not checking their profile after you promised yourself you would not. Healing is not replaying the breakup in your head until it feels like a job. I'm seeing recovery, but it is messy recovery. You are still tender. You are still catching yourself mid-spiral. That is okay. Let the pain move through without turning it into a whole performance. Support the repair. Stop poking the bruise to see if it still hurts. The World reversed. This card is an unfinished cycle, and it is loud about it. Something is almost done, but not integrated. You keep trying to move on without learning the lesson, and then the same dynamic comes back wearing a different shirt. Actually, no, it is the same lesson. Different day, different person, same loop. Do not force a fake ending because you want relief. Close the loop on purpose. Finish the thing you have been avoiding. Say the last honest sentence, make the cleanup real, otherwise the moment keeps repeating itself. Knight of Swords reversed. This card is rush thinking, and it is the kind of energy that sends the text, makes the decision, starts the argument, and only later asks what happened. Do not charge in on adrenaline. Do not weaponize your words just because you are hurt. Hold on. Slow down before you speak. Verify the facts. If you are angry, wait. If you are spiraling, do not act from that place. This card is warning you that speed can look like certainty when it is really panic. You are not here to win the fight. You are here to stop making the same mistake in a louder voice. So the moment is this: you are healing, but you are still tempted to collapse your boundary, leave the lesson unfinished, and fire off a reaction that creates more damage. One boundary, one honest finish, one slower response. That is the whole move, not drama, not collapse. Just enough strength to stay with yourself, Pisces, August 3rd. This is not asking you to start over. It is asking you to stop pretending the loop is broken when it is still running. Seven of Wands reversed. This card is showing you where you backed up too fast. Seven of Wands reversed is the moment you let somebody talk you out of your own ground because you were tired of fighting. You apologize for having needs. You dropped the boundary before they even tested it. Don't do that again. Hold one line. Just one. Three of Swords reversed. This card is healing, but it is not clean yet. Three of Swords reversed means the wound is loosening, not erased. You checked the profile. You replayed the breakup. You told yourself you were over it. Then you felt the sting again. Actually, no, that is not failure. That is recovery with a pulse. Let the hurt move through without turning it into a whole new story. Do not reopen it just to prove it still hurts. Four of Swords reversed. This card is burnout with your eyes open. Four of Swords reversed says you are answering messages when you need sleep. You are doom scrolling instead of resting. You are calling motion progress because stillness makes you feel everything. Stop. Your body is not being dramatic. It is waving a flag. Reduce stimulation. Put the phone down. If you keep pushing, you will start making decisions from exhaustion, and that is a bad deal. The World reversed. This card is the unfinished loop. The World reversed means the lesson is not done just because you are tired of it. You started healing, but you did not fully integrate what happened. So the same dynamic keeps knocking, same trigger, same reaction, same almost their feeling. Do not force a fake ending. Close the loop properly. Name what still needs to be resolved. Finish the piece you have been avoiding. Knight of Swords reversed. This card is the part of you that wants to move fast to outrun the discomfort. Knight of Swords reversed is the angry text. The sharp reply. The decision made mid-spiral. Wait. Slow down before you speak. Verify what is actually true. Do not weaponize your words because you are scared to be soft. That is not clarity. That is adrenaline wearing a mask. So here is the moment, plain and simple. You are healing, but you are still tired. You are not weak. You are depleted. There is a difference. Protect one boundary. Rest like it matters. Stop chasing closure like it is the same thing as completion. And when the urge hits to rush, argue, or back down, pause first. One breath, one choice, one line held all the way through. Pisces, August 3rd. Hold on. The pattern is getting expensive now, not emotionally expensive. Actually, no, financially, mentally, spiritually expensive. You keep paying for a situation that already stopped feeding you. Seven of Wands reversed. This card is showing lower defenses, and it is showing you backing down too early. You started to hold your ground, then someone pushed back and you folded. You apologized for having needs. You explained yourself one more time. You let their tone talk you out of your truth. You already knew it, but you were tired. So tired that exhaustion started to feel like defeat. Do not do that today. Pick one boundary and hold it. Not 10-1. Three of Swords reversed. This card is about healing after hurt, and the healing is real, but it is still tender. You are not supposed to act untouched. You check the profile. You reread the message. You replayed the breakup in your head while telling everybody you were fine. Let me rephrase that. The wound is loosening, but you still touch it when nobody is looking. Stop reopening it for proof. Let the pain move through without turning it into a whole performance. Recovery is happening, but only if you stop picking at the scab. Four of Swords reversed. This card is exhaustion with your name on it. Your mind is still running when your body already clocked out. You stayed up scrolling. You answered the text when you needed sleep. You kept moving because stillness would make you feel everything. That is not productivity. That is burnout in a cute outfit. Rest is not a reward for finishing. Rest is the condition for finishing. Put the phone down, reduce the noise. Your nervous system is not being dramatic. It is asking for relief. Eight of Cups reversed. This card is the hard one. This card is about staying attached to something that is not nourishing you anymore. You keep saying maybe later. You keep calling it loyalty. You keep telling yourself the good parts still count. And yes, they did. But what is the cost of staying now? That is the question. I'm seeing you circle the same dead. And because it is familiar, not because it is alive. Do not romanticize what is already emptied out. If you are honest, you already know what you need to leave. The World reversed. This card says the cycle is not done, not because you failed, because the lesson has not been integrated yet. You keep landing in the same dynamic, same argument, same emotional loop, same almost there feeling. There is still one thing unresolved. Name it. Finish it. Close it intentionally. Do not start over pretending the pattern will behave differently this time. It will not. Completion is not about forcing an ending. It is about learning what the ending was trying to teach you. Knight of Swords reversed. This card is the urge to act now and ask questions later. Angry text, fast decision. Sharp words. All speed, no strategy. And that is exactly what could blow this open in the wrong direction. Stop. Breathe. Verify the facts before you speak. Do not weaponize your mouth because you are scared underneath it. Actually, no, that is the whole point. The clarity is here, but it only helps if you slow down enough to use it well. So here's the turning point. Staying stuck is costing more than leaving. Not leaving yet. That is costing you. The body knows, the mind knows, the cycle knows. Pisces, choose the boundary, choose the rest, choose the exit if you need it. Pisces, August 3rd. 7 of Wands reversed. You dropped your guard too fast. You backed off in the conversation, then spent the rest of the day apologizing for having needs. That is the pattern here. 7 of Wands reverse says you are not actually outmatched, but you are acting like you are. Hold one boundary. Just one. Don't hand over your ground because you got tired mid-sentence. 3 of Swords reversed. This is healing, but it is healing with a bruise still under it. 3 of Swords reverse shows you checking the old wound, then telling yourself you are fine before you are. You looked at the message, the profile, the memory, and then told yourself it did not matter. Actually, no. It did matter. Let the pain loosen without picking at it. Stop calling numbness recovery. 4 of Swords reversed. You are not resting. You are running on fumes and calling it coping. 4 of Swords reversed shows doom scrolling at night, answering messages when your body wants sleep, staying busy so you do not have to feel the crash. I'm seeing exhaustion with nowhere to land. Reduce the noise. Put the phone down. Your mind is not clearer because it is louder. 8 of Cups reversed. You keep circling what already stopped feeding you. 8 of Cups reversed is the part where you say maybe later for the 10th time. Maybe later to the exit. Maybe later to the truth. Maybe later to the ending. You know this already. The cost of staying is bigger than the fear of leaving, and that is the turning point. Name what this has cost you. Name it plainly. 5 of Wands reversed. You have been swallowing the tension to keep the peace. 5 of Wands reversed shows you agreeing just to end the argument, then carrying the resentment in silence. That is not harmony, that is pressure. If something needs to be said, say it cleanly. If something needs to end, do not dress it up as patience. Calm is good, denial is not. The World reversed. This cycle is not complete yet. The World reversed means you keep arriving at the same lesson with a different face on it. Same dynamics, same delay, same almost there feeling. You start over before you actually learn it. Close the loop intentionally. Finish the part you keep avoiding. Don't move on just to avoid looking at what still repeats. Knight of Swords reversed. And here is the warning. Knight of Swords reversed is the urge to send the text too fast, speak too sharp, decide in the middle of the spiral. Don't weaponize your words just because you finally see the truth. Slow down, verify the facts, then act. Hold on. The clarity is real, but if you rush it, you will turn truth into damage. So the message is simple. Staying stuck is costing more than leaving, not because leaving is easy. Because staying is draining you day by day, and you can feel it now. This is the chapter where you stop confusing familiarity with safety. Pisces, August 3rd. This is not asking you to be brave in some dramatic way. It is asking you to stop feeding a loop that is already draining you. Seven of Wands reversed. This reversal shows you backing down too fast. You let somebody talk over your boundary, then you apologize for having one. You told yourself it was easier to keep the peace, but it cost you your position. Hold on. You do not need to win every fight, but you do need to stop surrendering before you even test your strength. Three of Swords reversed. This reversal is the wound finally trying to close. You have been checking the old situation, replaying the breakup, replaying the argument, replaying the text thread in your head, like that one that is finally loosening keeps asking for one more touch. Actually, no, that is not healing. That is touching the bruise to see if it still hurts. The pain is loosening, but only if you stop reopening it with your own hands. Four of Swords reversed. This reversal is burnout. You are tired, but you keep staying active, so you do not have to feel how tired you are. You answer messages when you need sleep. You scroll when you should be still. You call motion productivity, and it is not. You need real rest, not a pause between spirals. You already knew that. Eight of Cups reversed. This reversal shows the hard part. Leaving is not easy because part of you is still attached to what used to feel familiar. You keep saying maybe later. You keep telling yourself it is not that bad, but you already know the cost of staying. You are not loyal to the thing. You are loyal to the memory of it. That is different. Five of Wands reversed. This reversal is the fake peace. You have been swallowing tension so nobody starts something. You have been walking on eggshells, trying not to trigger the next reaction. Let me rephrase that. You are already in the reaction, just silently, the same peace that costs your truth wearing a quieter mask. Silence is not harmony. Silence is pressure with a lid on it. The World reversed. This reversal says the cycle is unfinished, not because you failed, because the lesson has not been integrated yet. You keep circling the same dynamic, same response, same ending, same regret, like that moment you lowered your guard, never really stopped echoing. That is the point. The pattern is not random. It is repeating until you close it on purpose. Not with a fake ending, with a real one. Knight of Swords reversed. This reversal warns against the fast text, the sharp reply, the decision made mid-spiral. You are not being asked to charge. You are being asked to slow down before you speak. Verify the facts. Breathe before you answer. If you move too fast here, you will turn urgency into damage. And for what? So the message is simple: rest properly. Choose calm truth over reactive conflict. Do not confuse exhaustion with defeat. Do not confuse silence with peace. Do not confuse attachment with love. Finish the cycle before it finishes you, okay? That's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.